Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be updating you on my Accutane journey. I've been getting a lot of good reviews, a lot of good feedback on these types of videos. It's receiving really well and I'm really happy. I'm glad you guys like it. My plan originally was to continue recording my journey and, help people out there, because this is it's a living hell for me and I don't want people to go through any of this. Acne is hard to control and hard to manage, but I want to kind of be there, be a light for people to, see the light at the end of the tunnel. I want people to take a look into my life and see how much of a living struggle it is, but, also see me come out of it. I'm not giving up, and I don't think anybody should give up on what they really want in life. I just want you to see every single detail of my journey, how much of a struggle this is to me, so you can kind of see where I'm coming from. And I want it to be as real and authentic as possible. That's why I'm recording these videos. So in my last video, I recorded me filing a complaint on my new doctor. So to kind of rewind, she wasn't the greatest doctor, obviously. That's why I filed a complaint on her. She made me wait like 2 hours after my scheduled appointment time. She never cared. She was very rude to me, and I'm not the only one that said those things about her. After I filed a complaint, I started looking up reviews about her, and she has terrible reviews. So she's known to be not the greatest doctor, but that's what motivated me to file a complaint on her. And the whole reason why I wanted to seek out a new doctor was because my old doctor, every appointment I have to make with her, it would be 2 months far in advance, and it's a lot of waiting. I decided to seek for another doctor who would take me in earlier, and this one did. Come to find out that she'll take any appointment, anytime you want to see her, but she doesn't honor that. She basically overbooks, and she'll make you wait literally every 2 hours for you to actually see her. That was ridiculous. And it kind of makes you think now that my old doctor was the good doctor, because everybody wants to see her. That's why it's so hard to book an appointment with her. I would have to book an appointment 3-4 months out in advance because everybody wants to see her. So that just shows she's popular. So that was all the drama in that last video. So flash forward to now. I know probably everybody's wondering what happened after that because I left you on a cliffhanger. Well, I'm, like I said, not giving up on this journey. I seeked out to go back to my old doctor. I made an appointment with her, and that's what I pre-recorded in this video. I wanted to preface this recording so that you can understand and follow along. So basically, I'm starting this Accutane journey all over again for the 5th time. The main reason why I'm making this video is I'm really apprehensive about Accutane. I'm been steered away by other doctors to not go on it, try something else, and I know about the side effects, but the more I delay, the more I research on Accutane, the more I know about it. So I did my research again. I know that through these videos that I'm posting on YouTube, I'll get a lot of feedback from people telling me not to go on Accutane. And I kind of knew it back in the back of my head how dangerous of the Accutane is, of the side effects, but I didn't know about the long-term side effects, which are the more permanent side effects. And that's what people have been commenting on my videos, which I kind of knew that there are always going to be people opposing to this. But the reason why I wanted to post this video is because for anybody who is kind of scared to go on Accutane and wants kind of more of confirmation or reassurance or just a peace of mind about Accutane and the long-term side effects of it, and if you're still debating about it, this is the video for you. In this video, you'll see though in the recording that I am talking to my doctor in the parking lot on FaceTime. It's because The receptionist took my temperature and it was like beeping. No, I don't have COVID, but it was really hot that day. It's really hot in Hawaii anyway, so I think that's what made my body really hot, so they didn't let me in. Anyways, I'm talking too much, so roll the clip.
Hi, Cassandra.
Hi, Dr. Brewer. Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Okay, cool. Sorry, that front desk has got policy.
No, I totally understand, it's fine, but I'm just hoping that I'm not, because my work has been like checking my temperature and I've been 96.
Yeah, tell me what's going on.
Okay, so I'm really interested in, because my acne came back, I'm really still interested in Accutane, but it's just, this is probably like the 5th time I've requested for a dermatologist with Accutane, and you're probably like the third time with you. But I've been apprehensive about it because, well, I mean, I've been posting on YouTube showing people, like, documenting my journey, and a lot of people are commenting saying that, like, don't do it, don't go on Accutane, and I kind of brushed it under the carpet because I was aware of the side effects, but I know why people were really against it, because they're also long-term side effects. So I know people that went on it and were great. They don't have any long-term like side effects like thyroid problems or like Crohn's disease or IBS or whatever. But and then the other 50% of people are saying that, yeah, like, don't do it because it causes this, this, and this. That's what happened to me. It cleared my acne, great, but like, you know, I have all these problems. So I was just like, I don't know, like, why is that? Why are people affected and then there are not people not affected? I know everybody's body is different, obviously. So I just looked it up. I always do my research, and I looked up one video. This guy was saying that it's because it all depends on how your body metabolizes the drug. So there are people that are going to be okay, and then there are people that are not going to be okay. So he suggested to go see an endocrinologist. So I told my mom that, and she immediately called one, Dr. Hansen, and he actually said, yeah, like, I can totally see you for that, because he's familiar with Accutane, and a lot of dermatologists, like, refer their patients to him. So I don't know, I haven't seen him yet, but I'm hoping that, you know, he can look at my blood labs, and maybe you can coordinate with him to see if I'll be okay on the drug, but I don't know.
Yeah, so wait, who's the endocrinologist?
Dr. Hansen? Yeah. Yeah, he's the only one on island. My mom's seen him, so she's familiar with him.
Now, do you have any history of endocrine issues? Thyroid
No.
problems?
No.
Okay.
And so the last time I talked to you, the doxycycline worked for about a month. I think I saw you in February, and so it was clear for a month after, and then my acne started trickling in, maybe a couple zits here and there. It was really not that bad at all. But then, so I decided to try different, because I was seeing it in every convenience store. So I'm like, oh, cool, no prescription. I didn't know that. So I tried it, and it made my acne like the worst it's ever looked. Out of 14 years I've had acne. And I read the box. I tried it for 2 months, and it kept getting worse and worse. And I read the box, and it said that, like, it gets worse before it gets better, and then you have to wait for 3 months to actually see results. So I just decided to stop it completely after 2 months, and just decided to seize the opportunity to go on Accutane, because I tried, remember last time I asked you, can I go on Accutane when my acne was clear? But you said you can't prescribe it to me unless I have acne, and I want to use it for both my oily skin and my acne. So I'm like, okay, we'll try Accutane again. So that's why I'm here.
And at this point, I think that it is a good and reasonable idea to do. I know you do have some reservations about it, just because of, you know, what you might have heard
Yeah, you just prescribe, yeah.
Well, no, it's not that. It's just that's not even a risk or a side effect that we discuss because I'm not aware of any like long-term side effects like thyroid. You know, where
That's what the Dr. Hansen was saying too. Like, I guess, well, the reason why, like I said, that they were saying to seek an endocrinologist, like maybe it's better because the drug messes up with the hormones. That's why those side effects, long-term side effects, are prevalent, like
well,
the thyroid. And I don't want IBS. I just want to fix my acne.
no. So
I love food.
completely different. I guess it's completely different from thyroid.
Okay.
Really doesn't have that IBS is different actually from Crohn's and IBD. IBS is a more of a it's somewhat psychological, but it's irritable bowel, not inflammatory bowel. Inflammatory bowel disease actually has an autoimmune component in it that is something that they can see on a microscope and measure.
Okay.
Irritable bowel is not something that they can see necessarily like on an endoscopy. So, yes, there have been reports of isotretinoin being associated with inflammatory bowel syndrome, and that would be Crohn's or ulcerative colitis. These may be more coincidental because these bowel diseases sort of occur at a younger age, like in your 20s. So at a time that you might be using isotretinoin in the first place. When they've looked at larger studies with tens of thousands of people who have taken the medication, and then also looked at who was diagnosed with inflammatory bowel disease compared to people who did not take the medication, there was not a strong correlation. So
Okay.
it might be something that people have noticed, but it's like saying if you bring your umbrella, it's going to rain outside. It doesn't mean that it caused the rain,
Right.
but it's something that's associated.
Okay.
Usually because it happens around the same age, so it might be more of a coincidence. So I'm not terribly worried about that, but if it's something that, if it so happened that you started to have a lot of diarrhea or bloody diarrhea or something
I mean,
like that.
right now, I mean, I get like bloated, not from on my period, but like I just, sometimes when I eat, but I just hope like the isotretinoin doesn't amplify that.
Yeah. No, definitely not.
Okay.
And I haven't had any issues with any of my patients.
Okay,
with,
cool.
Any sort of bowel issues.
Okay. But
Yeah.
they also say that like it may not happen right after. It could happen right after the drug, like when your course is in, or it can happen like 10 years. Like it's not reversible. Or yeah. So that's what I've been hearing.
Right. So that's the thing is that some people do develop inflammatory bowel disease, and that's just something that's going to happen regardless of, if you took isotretinoin or not. And so when they compare groups of people who have taken the medication and those who haven't taken the medication and see what the rate of inflammatory bowel disease is, it's about the same. So there's not a huge difference.
Mm-hmm.
So even though, people may think that because they took the medication, it caused something later on, it might not be true.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Like maybe it's coincidental, like that. How do you know for sure that it is from isotretinoin?
Right, exactly. So that's where I'm not terribly, alarmed about it, and I think it's more important to get your acne under control.
Yeah. Even my dad was saying too, like, both my parents are like, yeah, just go on it, because my dad's like, I thought you were gonna grow out of it, and he's like, you're never gonna be happy unless you take care of it, and that's my only insecurity. But yeah.
Yeah. So you can look up. I can send you articles, but these are all medical manuscripts. When you look at large epidemiological studies, there's not a consistent association between and the risk of inflammatory bowel disease.
Okay. Okay.
So I'm okay with giving it to you.
Cool. I mean, if the whole dermatology community was like against it, if we did have problems, you wouldn't even be allowed to probably prescribe it to me, right? Or
right, exactly, and that's why. Well, it is on a federally controlled database called iPledge because of the pregnancy risk.
Yeah.
So there are severe side effects, birth defects,
yeah.
if you were to become pregnant, and it's
But
only
other
when
than
you're on the medication.
yeah.
So when you're off of it, if you in a year want to get pregnant, no big deal. You can even get pregnant 1 month after you're done with the medication.
Okay.
After 1 month.
Yeah. But other than that, there's nothing else, right? So nothing else concerning.
There is a small association with depression or suicidality risk. So that's one aspect too that I think is also.
I'm starting to think. I'm starting to think
it's young people.
I'm starting to think that it's maybe because of because you go through the purging phase, right? I mean, when my acne gets worse, I get depressed about it. No doubt about that. So.
Right, exactly. So I wouldn't be overly alarmed with that either, unless you had some sort of background where you were already very depressed with suicidal ideation.
Yeah, I'm not worried about that one though.
But I think it's going to help you significantly.
Me too.
We can't get started today because of the iPledge requirements. They require a negative pregnancy test and one again in 30 days. In the meantime, I would want to get blood drawn, so just routine labs. That would be fasting because it includes your cholesterol.
Do you monitor anything else? Sorry for interrupting you, but do you monitor anything else?
Yeah, if you wanted us to check your thyroid hormone, we totally could. It's usually not part of the panel that we do for screening, but we check your routine blood counts, like your red blood cells, white blood cells, platelets, and we also look at your liver function and your kidney function, liver enzymes, and then we look at your triglycerides, cholesterol, HDL, LDL. Those sometimes go up a little bit, and that's okay, but we just make sure that they come back down.
Okay. Okay, thanks, Dr. Brewer.